Welcome to the Castle Stadium in Oxford as we wrap up round 8 of the Aviva Premiership. London Welsh need a win after 3 successive Premiership defeats, 2 of them at the Castle, since making a bold statement by registering 2 victories in 2 games, which really got their season going. Bath are looking for some consistency. Their win at home to Exeter last week was their 4th, but they lose almost as many as they win, so they're looking for a boost to project them from the mid-table slot. The Welsh have made 9 changes, some positional from the team originally announced for this game after a training session yesterday. The new lineup has Tom Arscott back at full-back, so Tom Boyce, one of 5 Bath Old Boys, switches to the wing. Hudson Tongaweah returns at centre, where he'll be partnered by Seb Jewell. The old Wales and Ospreys partnership of Sonny Parker and Gavin Henson were originally named there, but Henson now goes back to outside half. Russian international Kuli Kulimin and Lee Beach come into the pack. Matt Banahan returns after injury for Bath, so replaces the suspended Dan Hipkiss after his double yellow against Exeter. Anthony Peranise is at tight head for David Wilson on England duty, and skipper Stuart Hooper comes in blindside with Francois Lowe and Carl Fern sidelined by injury. Will Scouse makes a first Premiership start at number 8. Guy Mercer is in the back row in a late change. Andrew Small is our referee then, as it's Bath who get this game underway. Pretty good conditions now. A bit of a scare this morning when there was some snow down in the West Country. Quite a covering down in Bath, which prompted the Bath club to put a warning out to their supporters to be careful on the drive up the motorway today to Oxford. Happily, it's now cleared.
Inside.
Henson, first touch with the long kick upfield. Doesn't find touch though, he was in his own 22.
Blue retreat, blue retreat.
Chase all important here, and that's well taken for London Welsh. But they need to protect this ball at the breakdown. Tyson Keats in the end does so. One of the men who was due to take a rest in this game, but in the change of plan, he has come in at scrum half again with Nick Runciman being restored to the bench.
Red head the line.
Dave Atwood, the key line-out man for Bath in the middle. Immediately calling a shortened line.
No, stay there, stay there.
Lemieux into this first line-out. Stuart Hooper maybe playing on the flank in the back row, but a key man, the number 6, the skipper, in the line-out. Gives them so many different and extra options. Maybe flat pass into centre field. Right on the button, as usual, there from Michael Claessens. Now looking to bring his runners into it. Claessens, again, referee playing an advantage to Bath as Donald put up the high tester. It's well taken by Tom Arscott, but it'll be for nothing because they'll go back, I'm sure, for the penalty award.
That's good, 10 metre line. All in front, half a metre.
On the 10 metre line. But this was a good start by Bath, and the quality of the passing by Claessens into midfield.
Half a yard, please, Welsh.
Giving Donald the opportunity to put the high ball up there, but the London Welsh defenders were up too quickly. So immediately we have a first shot at goal for the All Black World Cup winning outside half. Stephen Donald fit, properly fit maybe for the first time since he joined the club from the Waikato Chiefs last season after the World Cup. Had problems with a knee injury last season. He gets an opportunity to set the ball up again, although Andrew Small, the referee, counting him down to that minute that he's allowed. Donald with the strike. It pulls it wide of the posts. That's a miss for Bath. We start from the 22, just as soon as London Welsh actually managed to get a ball in hand.
Both sides of the ball, hold.
Gavin Henson didn't have the happiest of times in the game against Wasps last week not just with his goal kicking, in his general play as well.
Blue come out. 5 blue.
Nick Bendenen with the high testing kick again. Again, the shrill blast from the referee. Highlights a penalty, this time going to London Welsh because there was a man in front of Nick Bendenen. So the first time that London Welsh have got into Bath territory, it's Gavin Henson who's going to have a pop at goal. Now we can see the man in front, at least one man in front of Nick Bendenen. Stuart Terridge, and the assistants making the call on the touchline. Didn't manage to trouble the scorers in the game against the Wasps, Gavin Henson. His third Premiership start after a delayed opening, of course, to the season because of injury. Henson, again from distance, on the 10-metre line. A typical crouch, gets good contact on the ball. But again, that one drifts just wide, so failed opportunities for the 210s in the opening minutes of this game. Stephen Donald's turn this time to go long. Oscott with the kickback this time. Make sure everybody's on side. Taken by a Bendenen outside his 22. Again, the referee is playing an advantage to Bath. They'll use this opportunity. Well, they would have given the opportunity to build up a few phases of play. In fact, the penalty went against Hudson Tonga-Weah, the centre. Good safe pair of hands though, Nick Bendenen. And Bath taking play back again into London Welsh territory.
That's the middle, gents, half a metre, please. Bring the back
Lee Mears, I'm sure he won't mind me saying, coming into the veteran stage now. 33 years of age.
All in.
Dominic Day just starting his career for Bath. Joined them from the Scarlets this season. Donald opens up. Banahan just loses the ball in contact, but it went backwards, so it's okay. And we saw the use then of Kyle Eastman coming in from the right wing, operates sometimes as first receiver. Donald, here he comes again, taking and giving the pass beautifully to Williams. Banahan, as a natural winger, of course, can opt out there any time. Good position for Bath, just outside the London Welsh 22. Battle for possession on the ground, almost won by the Welsh, but then Donald, the inside ball to a Bendenen. Claessens opts for the little kick down. Gets a good field position inside the London Welsh 22. Good kick by Michael Claessens, forcing London Welsh to take the ball out of play.
I didn't say it was illegal. All in.
Best position so far then of this game for either side. We've played some 9 minutes. Lee Mears into the line out.
One man.
Claessens has a little look up now then to see what can be organised here as Bath look for the first try of this game. Bringing in the ball carriers again. Stern test immediately then of the London Welsh defence. Cullinan, the Russian, getting in a tackle here. Against the grain come Bath. Great opportunity. Claessens out wide. Bendenen just held up short, but it's so close. Another good tackle coming in this time on Stuart Hooper, and it's London Welsh who get the penalty. Bath guilty of not releasing the ball.
13 red.
Well, there were some options here certainly for Bath, deciding to use the ball carrying skills of Stuart Hooper, the skipper, But good play in defence by Hudson Tonga-Weah, holding up that. And London Welsh getting the penalty. Excellent kick downfield, and suddenly London Welsh are back in the Bath half.
Ball was over playing the touch, thank you.
Jonathan Mills wearing 6 and Purdy 4. Martin Purdy, 2 of the former Bath men in the London Welsh lineup. Jonathan Mills 6, lining up at the front of this line-out. He's operated in the second row up to today. Back to his more normal position in the back row now.
Advantage.
Referee again playing an advantage to London Welsh.
Roll clear.
Bath penalised for not rolling away in that position.
Took the ball with you.
It's tight on the touchline, so there has to be a decision here for Jonathan Mills. Has a little word with Gavin Henson, who points immediately towards the posts. Second opportunity for points in this first half then for Gavin Henson. Scored 13 points on his debut against Saracens, and 14 points then against Stade Francais in the Amlin. But couldn't add to those points last week at Adams Park against Wasps. Henson with the crouch. That looks better. The assistants agree. First points on the board then from the boot of Gavin Henson. London Welsh lead by 3 points to 0. A little against the run of play then, but it's points that count. Bath had the opportunity maybe to get a try with their best attack to date, as well as the missed penalty by Donald. Keats with a kick away, nice one downfield, so taking his side, the Kiwi scrum half, up to halfway.
Yeah. You have the line.
Bath will be targeting, I'm sure, and the new coach Gary Gold a return to the Heineken Cup next season, as well as getting to the playoffs in the Premiership. Biggs doing the cleaning up work for London Welsh. Missed just one game this season. His 2 props have played every single game, but there's a turnover ball. So Claessens decides to go left to Donald. Then the mismove towards Bannan. The big 6'7" centre in midfield. Just ankle tapped at the end. That was a terrific run by Matt Banahan. Claessens again. London Welsh up very quickly. Claessens moves it left to Donald. That looked a little forward, but then Williams allowed to continue. It's all a bit tight out there. Referee calls a ruck and awards the penalty against London Welsh. Going in at the side, Claessens fancies a real little go maybe. London Welsh guilty, coming in at the side and killing that ball. Tom Voice and also Hudson Tonga-Weah going in there. Either man could have been penalised. Don't know whether Voice wanted to go there. Tonga-Weah drove him into that position.
Oh, right, okay.
Just a brief break in the play, allowing the 2 sets of forwards to have a little natter. Referee Andrew Small had called a timeout, and that gets the clock running again.
Get him in, Bath.
Bath opting not to kick the penalty from some distance, but to go for the line out. Lee Mears to throw into it again. Again goes to Hooper. Stuart Hooper, the skipper. A good defensive play by the Welsh there. So Bath looking just to change the angle of their approach of their attack. And now Claessen's away into midfield. Now, quick ball, that's what the scrum half would want here, but it's another penalty against the London Welsh. Should it be necessary? Claessen's leads the charge on as Bath look for the try anyway. Biggs.
Still advantage.
Still an advantage to Bath. If they don't get the try, they'll have the penalty. Donald gets it out. Just a metre or so out from the line. Claessen's dives the pass away. Donald into midfield, not a good one. So Williams under some pressure to hang on to the ball. The referee has decided that there's enough of an advantage as London Welsh tidy it up again. And this time it's the Welsh who get the penalty. In at the side again. Dominic Day, the former Scarlet, penalised going in at the side. The pass to Ben Williams from Stephen Donald had not been a good one, which allowed London Welsh the opportunity to get in there. And then the penalty going the Welsh way. So in turn, they can now move out of their own territory. Warning signs are there certainly at the moment for London Welsh, because Bath look very sharp but haven't been able as yet to finish off their moves. London Welsh as yet haven't been in the 22 in a good position. Purdy wins good line-out ball for them against his old team. And Mills sets it up for his scrum half. Keats keeps the ball in hand. Montanella, the Frenchman, 2 tries already for him. Really proved to be an excellent signing from Bourgoin. London Welsh getting the confidence then, a ball in hand. Good charge coming up in defence this time by Bath, but London Welsh have the ball again.
Leave it, you two.
Henson with the challenging kick. Nick Scott, former Bathman, on the chase. Brilliantly taken though by Carl Eastman. Just 5'7" of him against the tall 6'1" of Nick Scott. But the former rugby league player did very well. Carl Eastman claimed the mark. Good take in the air.
Bath, you have the line.
It's going to be very interesting indeed to see how this young man's career develops. Scrum half in rugby league. Options to use him as first receiver. He played at outside half as a replacement in the Amlin Cup this season already. Briggs goes to the front, again towards his skipper, Jonathan Mills. Good position by London Welsh, again Montanella at the back of that, very much the key man wearing one, the Frenchman. It's ordered to use it by the referee and gets away. The inside ball here. Good tackle coming in. Donald for one on there. It's an advantage again to London Welsh, I think, as Pauli Carrion goes on. Keats so close to getting that first try. Referee brings them back again. Frustration for Keats, the scrum half, who thought in fact that his great break might well have brought a try for his side, the first of this game. But I think penalty going against Dominic Day, the number 4. But this was a superb break by Keats. Ball into Seb Jewell. Referee at that stage playing an advantage. This is a lovely break by the Kiwi. Seb Jewell just didn't quite have the gas to get there. So London Welsh certainly taking their chances, or being given the opportunities. Took a 3-point lead from Gavin Henson's second penalty attempt of this game. He now has a third attempt. Play on the left-hand side of the field, the better side for the right-footed kicker, who can work this ball in. Henson, 3 points to the good already. One successful penalty. That's 2 out of 3 for Gavin Henson. Bright start by London Welsh in scoring terms. They lead by 6 points to 0. Well struck ball, right down the middle. Donald's restart, way downfield. And Bendinen with the opportunity to counter-attack, which he does so well. Very disappointed, Nick Bendinen, not to have been included in the England squad for the autumn internationals. Has a lot to prove, but as a turnover ball, London Welsh maybe should have kept the ball in hand. As it is, it's an excellent kick downfield anyway. Very unlucky with the bounce. And Tom Biggs back 22 to Minor for the 22. Now, Gavin Henson was looking for a good field position. He had men outside him. And very often people say you should always run the ball from a turnover and really look to hurt the opposition. Donald prepares to restart. Hanging ball. Eastman up very quickly again on Seb Jewell.
Yeah, that's all right.
But Scott goes in with the protection. For Keats to get it away. Lee Beach, first time with ball in hand. That was a poor pass in midfield. So it's been lost forward. Chance for the Welsh to get the ball out wide on that occasion, but Henson not able to do so.
That's blue there.
Tom Boyce without much opportunity there of taking that ball cleanly, landing in front of him.
Thank you.
So the scrum, two Bath going down pretty tight on that touchline.
Touch! Set!
The decision by Lynn Jones to bring Montanella back into the reckoning might well have been because Davy Wilson is missing on the tight head side for Bath. Anthony Peranise on the tight head. The replacement is a very good runner with the ball. Montanella was due to sit out this game to give Tom Bristow a first start, but he's back here again. Proved to be an outstanding signing.
Set.
Referee Small keeping a close eye on the ball on that side of the scrum. Excellent scrummaging again by London Welsh. This is what Bath had been afraid of, I'm sure. Kick into the gap for Scott to chase. It's Oscott, in fact, from the kick by Scott. Bendinen did well, though, and Oscott, as he has to do, gave the fullback the time to get up.
Balls away. 7, move yourself.
Not using Dave Atwood as a ball carrier. Before, on the second occasion, the scrum half Michael Claessens with the clearance kick upfield. Sure to be a good battle on this side of the scrum. And we saw the power there of Montanella. The signing at loose head from Bourgoin for Lynn Jones's side.
Full line. Backwards off blue.
Stolen this time by Bath.
Blue forwards wait.
Back to Donald. Intelligent looking kick. So Scott has to play it. Miscue the kick. Here's a chance for Bath to counter-attack. Bendinen straightening up in midfield, getting through the first tackle. Possession lost again, the chance once more for London Welsh to break. Again, the decision was to go for the kick, which meant that the advantage they had was lost.
Keep coming, Bath.
Eastman just sending it back down. into the 22.
It's inside, Nigel.
Tom Ascott
Wait there, comes out.
decides not to step outside his 22. Gets in the good kick. But Bath have the opportunity to take it quickly. Claessens. Easy one surely for Tom Boyce. Making his 200th start today. Made his first appearance for Bath at fullback against Sale in November 2000. Also come off the bench 19 times.
Time off.
So again, the referee calls a timeout. Another opportunity for Dave Atwood and co. on the one side, and then the London Welsh forwards to confer around their skipper.
Yeah, just gonna wait here.
Mears waiting to put into the line out. B. Mears in his 15th season, but had to show a lot of patience at the start of his career. Didn't actually make a start until his 5th season because of the presence of Jonathan Humphreys. He made 4 starts and 54 replacement appearances by the end of his 6th season. So patience certainly a virtue as far as Lee Mears is concerned. Showing all the old guile there as well.
That's one.
The hooker. Claessens just looking to change the angle of the attack. But there's a possibility again of a turnover ball.
Hands away. Get away.
In fact, it works out pretty well for Bath. Claessens back in position. Again, bringing in his ball carriers now, has options both ways. Donald with the kick into the 22. Some space on that side. Excellent kick by Stephen Donald. And Tom Ascott very happy indeed to see the ball roll into touch, because it means his hooker will get the chance to throw in.
That's a new ball.
Good tactical play by Stephen Donald.
How many? 3.
So another good attacking position for Bath. Trailing by 6 points to 0 through the 2 Gavin Henson penalties.
Hold!
Purdy with a take. Biggs the hooker. Making the important meters. Keats wants his side to bring the ball up further upfield as well, before finally releasing it to his kicker.
Stop. On now.
Henson getting good distance on his kick, Gavin Henson. Such a powerful striker of the ball.
Captain.
So an opportunity for the youngsters in the back row for Bath.
5 men.
Will Skews, his dad Matt, the second row forward before him. Hooper.
More.
Used exclusively in the line-out so far by Bath. Mears in support immediately, the hooker. Claessens takes over. Biggs chasing through from the left wing to put pressure.
Play on.
Well taken though by Tom Boyce. London Welsh looking to hit from deep. Ascott. Intelligent little kick, didn't quite come off, but his side have maintained the possession.
Hold here. Yep.
Keats again. Into Jonathan Mills. That's the halfway line you see in the background there. Keats has a look both ways. Nice little dummy. London Welsh taking the ball into Bath territory again.
Release red.
Montanella goes in to look, try and protect the ball, which he does so. Jewell coming in again on the burst. Not releasing the ball though. Lack of discipline from both sides around the breakdown area. Seb Jewell on that occasion. Not helped by the fact that his teammates are going in, diving on the ball as well. Just a little step. And then the work of Mike Denby the number 7. He was looking to get that ball away, but
I thought he was on the ball before that.
Bath
I'll have a look for you.
in the position to have stolen the ball anyway.
Time is off.
So the clock stops while the referee asks Bath, I'm sure, to hurry up and get into position. In no great hurry, appears, despite the fact they trail by 6 points. Dominic Day made a good start to his career at Bath. 7th start out of 8. Replacement in the other in the Premiership. Mears has been making a lot of use of Stuart Hooper. Does so again.
Backwards!
On the charge now then, Will Scouse. First time in this game, able to have a go at the opposition. Claessens. Donald goes in to do some clearing out work. Good play by the outside half. Perenise scored a wonderful try against Northampton last season. Bath continuing to press into the London Welsh 22.
Tackler assist, not you. Tackler assist 13. Really.
Tackler not releasing the man. Hudson Tonga-Weah, having made the tackle, had then to release the man, didn't do so. And on this occasion, not surprisingly, Bath decide to go for the post. That was a good charge by Will Scouse.
Same as it was last year. Your line's here if you want, Bath. Thank you.
See Hudson Tonga-Weah wearing 13 with the head band. The man who was penalised there is Lee Beach. Did a lot of good work looking to dig that ball away. Started the first game in the Premiership from the flank against Leicester. Stephen Donald. One miss from one so far from the 10-metre line. His supporters like that one though, and so they should. Success at last then for Stephen Donald. 6 points to 3 now, London Welsh lead.
Hold on, just wait for him.
So the two number 10s dominating the game as far as the scoreboard is concerned so far in this first half. Both sides have created some chances. Bath more than one.
Always
Inside the London Welsh 22. As Nick Abendinen sends that ball downfield for the line-out. A couple of times by England, desperate to get back onto the international scene.
Six man.
London Welsh calling a 6-man line-out this time.
Front man there, Bath. Fine, thank you.
As Neil Beggs waits to throw in. Again, Jonathan Mills, his skipper, has gone towards the front.
Nah, play on.
Looking to confuse the opposition. Then bring in Yon as the ball carrier, but there's the interception. Ball sliced though by Bath.
Renate, stop!
Low in Ascot, just to hack it through. Not much discipline about that ball either. So Bath, first of all, through Abendinen, looking to create this situation here to get into the London Welsh territory by building up the phases. Donald on the left foot. Ball immediately goes sent back. And that bounce just working out okay for London Welsh in the end, forcing Matt Banahan to play the ball.
Onside.
Still alive.
No,
diagonal kick by London Welsh. Bounces nicely though for Nick Abendinen. Has to go on his own, not much support for him there.
Advantage.
Again, the referee is playing an advantage to Bath. And transgression by London Welsh.
Leave him 3.
Bath on halfway. Getting the penalty from the referee. Not enough of an advantage. Back towards their 10-metre line. Both sides conceding a lot of penalties in this first half so far. Donald, just on the outside of the boot that time, making sure it's a safe position.
Yeah, I agree. 7-man.
Coming up towards half-time, 6 points to 3. London Welsh lead, 2 penalties by Gavin Henson to 1 by Stephen Donald. Bath have had a lot of possession from this sort of position and have looked promising enough without being able to finish. Eastman coming in from the right wing that time. Donald with a long pass of beauty for Biggs. He's got the pace, the winger. There to put pressure as well on Tyson Keats.
You have.
It's on the London Welsh side. Tonga and Boyce go in there to protect.
Stop.
That ball's still going to be alive, but Bath allowing it to bounce. Donald has a look at the position up here, but it's not a well-judged kick that time, so it's Oscott. Puts the kick down into the Bath 22. Up to put pressure then on his opposite number, Nick Benjamin.
Right there.
Another opportunity for London Welsh. Jewell. Kick towards the corner, but that's not judged very well.
Ball had stopped. 22.
22 dropout, says the referee. The ball had stopped. So despite Michael Claessen's effort, they won't get the scrum back from the position where Jewell kicked it forward. There we are. Nice hanging restart from Donald, giving his teammates the opportunity to get up there, which they do. It's Scouse then, in support, the number 8.
Use it!
Claessen's ordered by the referee to use it or lose it. Puts the kick forward. Much too far. London Welsh called for the mark. And happy just to send the ball upfield, Tyson Keats, even though it's Bath who will get the put in at this line-out.
Quicker.
Referee wants Bath to hurry up as we come up towards the interval. Mears into the line-out, just inside London Welsh territory.
Line-out's over.
Claessen's to Donald, off the left foot again. Into some space there, intelligently done. Penalty though for the trip on Tyson Keats.
Yeah, he just stood it.
Referee deciding no further action needed against Nick Benjamin. Into the last 5 minutes of play in this first period. Gavin Henson's penalty, taking London Welsh again back down towards halfway. 4 points from this game, vitally important for London Welsh. Having seen Sale at last get the victory on Friday against London Irish.
Backwards off red.
Mills does some good tidying up work, the skipper. Good protection as well, that time by the London Welsh forwards. But Keats being dragged in. Asking for a penalty from his fellow Kiwi, Andrew Small, but Andrew telling him to get away with it. Long kick forward by Gavin Henson. Taken again by a Benjamin. Setting up the position. Ball knocked on.
First one went backwards, second one went forwards.
Scrum then to London Welsh at the end of this first half. Good take by Nick Benjamin.
Let's go Welsh, please. Shoot in. Yeah. Time off.
Referee calls a timeout again. While Neil Briggs gets the chance.
We've had one scrum, Mills in.
To tie up his bootlaces.
So just keep it up, right? Oh, no, we didn't.
The clock can go ticking down towards halfway once more then. London Welsh relying on Frank Montanella on this side of the scrum. Their loose head here.
Touch. Set.
Berenice in a bit of bother. All controlled by Beach at number 8 for London Welsh, then setting up the position. Last chance maybe in this first half for a try. We've had all kicks so far.
Stay here.
Keats reorganising things the scrum half. Ordered by the referee to use it or lose it. Ball nudged forward this time though by Jonathan Mills. So many errors in this game, dominating the first half. Whenever either side have got into promising territory, there's been a little error.
Hey. That was a good scrum. Ball was away, let's crack on now.
First sign of
stuff.
Movember.
Blue ball.
The hair growth on the face
Welsh.
of Jonathan Mills.
Thank you.
London Welsh going in very much in support of the male charities which will benefit from the Movember movement.
Yeah. Coach!
Mike Denby wears 7 on this side behind Montanella.
1.5.
Bath putting on the pressure. This time they get the penalty. We've some 90 seconds to go to halfway. And such a key man, Montanella, for London Welsh so far this season.
Yeah, thank you.
So the line out from the kick forward by Stephen Donald will take place with the clock showing just about a minute to go before half time.
Welsh, you have the line. Yeah, well, yeah. Thought it was pretty good though.
Quite possibly the last attacking opportunity of this first half. 5-man line out this time, called by Bath. Mears into it. Into the front of the line out to Claessens. It's out to Mears again. Making good progress up that touchline. Now Claessens. Infield to Berenice. Shrugging off the tackles. One last chance in this first half for a try. Bath, all their men to the left. Donald goes for the break. Couldn't quite get the ball away.
Stay there.
Claessens will come this way this time. London Welsh forced to defend desperately as Claessens gets the ball out to Dave Atwood, driving towards the posts. Ball held. Oh, that's the closest we've come. Terrific run by Dave Atwood. Right on the stroke of half-time. No time for any more. As the drive forward, looking to bring the first try of this first half to Bath. Didn't actually work out that way. The referee's whistle goes for half-time, as London Welsh need to treat their injured player. Terrific, powerful run, this by Dave Atwood, and good support for him too. Andrew Small on the spot. Ball held, he says. Powerful ball carrier, former Gloucester and Bristol man. So the teams finally leave the field at half-time then, as treatment continues for the man on the floor. At the interval, it's London Welsh 6, Bath 3. Andrew Small gets the second half underway then at the Kassam Stadium via the boot of Gavin Henson, responsible for the London Welsh points in the first half with 2 penalties. 1 penalty by Stephen Donald for Bath. 6 points to 3 at half-time. Both men involved very much in this game, but not creating many opportunities either side so far. Very tight encounter.
It's a more.
Neil Briggs goes towards Jonathan Mills, the captain. Moved up to the front of the lineup, then brings in Mike Denby.
Number 9.
The number 7. Montanella now takes over the loose head prop with Purdy giving support behind him.
Use it!
Now ordered by the referee to use it. But in the meantime, they've been able to move forward. Atwood goes to ground. And because of the hard work of Bath in defence there, they will get the put in at the line, at the scrum. Despite the fact that London Welsh for a long time there were in control. Referee has to call a halt. Well, there, London Welsh were very much in the driving seat before Dave Atwood, number 5, got in there with the tackle on Martin Purdy.
No, you'd gone round the corner. I called use it, you were then detached. Ball was held up, turnover.
So turnover ball means the scrum ball will be for Bath just as soon as the clock restarts.
All right, so you've got the time? Yeah, I've got the time. Good man. Okay.
Andrew, I'm running it on now.
Oh, good man, thanks.
So Anthony Perenise on the tight head side for Bath in the absence of Davy Wilson on England duty against Frank Montanella, the loose head prop for London Welsh. A key tussle, that one, as is the one on this side. Paulika Yon against Paul James, the Welshman, having a great start to his career for Bath. Two very experienced props on this side of the scrum. And Lee Mears between them.
Bring right there, thank you. Get your binds up.
Parsons waits to feed just as soon as the referee is happy for the two front rows to go down.
Crouch! Touch! Set!
London Welsh putting on the pressure, and for the second time taking it against the head. Beach picks up at number 8.
Yeah, you're on.
Skipper Mills and Denby, the two of the members of the back row, go in to help him. Well, certainly the London Welsh forwards doing everything possible to put their side on the front foot. Henson has to put the kick forward.
That went backwards off red.
Well, referee says the ball went off a London Welsh hand just as well. Otherwise, Dominic Day would have been penalised.
That's accidental.
Tremendous surge again at the scrum by the Welsh. And despite the efforts of Bath to get back at them, psychologically, that's a good blow. London Welsh with the put in at the scrum this time.
Crouch. Touch. Set.
Free kick awarded. London Welsh going in too early. Well, they're in a position possibly to take control of the scrums, but they won't do so by giving penalties away. And that's allowed Bath to move way downfield. Matt Bannahan with the long kick into the London Welsh 22.
Free kick only, Nigel.
Opportunity knocks once more then for the visitors from the West Country.
Free kick only, red ball. Three man.
Shortened line out called by the Welsh. Just 3 men here. Goes to Purdy at the front.
Thanks, Evan.
Knowles being used in the first instance to bring it up. Then Tom Voice. Keats now with the space to put the kick in. Excellent kick downfield. Quickly taken though by Bath. Skews to Biggs. On the loop again, the quick man. Nice step too. Taking him into the London Welsh half. Claessens. Always threatens the scrum half. Such a good servant for Bath over the 6 years of his contract. Dave Atwood once more is the man who takes it on. Just a little step in midfield that time. And possession is good for Bath again. Donald, high testing ball inside the 22, so Ascot has the opportunity to mark it. Takes it well, puts the kick in immediately. Still alive on the Bath side. Donald again, this very individual kicking style of his. Good chase by Bath as Ascot took the ball, and it's there for Keats. Nasty fall on that occasion. Referee has to call a halt immediately.
Stop waving your arms around.
Happily, Nick Benden's okay.
Back you go.
Apologies coming in immediately from the London Welsh side.
Seeing the two players come together, I assume he's not on the ground.
Fortunate there that he didn't land more awkwardly on his shoulder. Just gets a bit of a stinger.
That's all. Okay, what number is it? Captain!
Referee Andrew Small just taking advice before asking for Gavin Henson and Jonathan Mills. The skipper explains nothing more than the penalty. Stuart Terridge on the far side helping the referee out. No malice there. The referee and the assistant decide from the challenge by Henson. Mears into the line out. Good opportunity here for Claessens. That's a lovely ball on the break. Then comes Ben Williams, the centre. Good quick possession as well as Bath take it on into the London Welsh 22. Great opportunity if they can finish off this move. Hooper, the captain, operating as the blindside flanker in this game. Donald, the little switch ball to Banahan. Bath getting ever nearer to the London Welsh line. Looking to suck in the defenders, and Claessens gets it away again to Dominic Day. Great chance for Bath. It's Mears. Tackled by Yorn just short of the line, but here's a great opportunity. Donald goes himself. Just held up. Biggs is there as well.
Unplayable.
Ball is not playable. Good play in defence by London Welsh.
You've got 3 men in the road. Scrum blue.
Terrific attack by Bath, but at the end of the day, just failing once again to get the ball over the try line.
Scrum blue.
So many times they, more than the opposition London Welsh in this game, have threatened to score tries. In the first half they got the nearest to it. That again was a nice move by them, driving on the various phases in the 22, but again just the failure to finish off the move. It'll be possession for them though in the scrum as soon as the clock restarts. London Welsh defending the position here.
Unplayable, blue. Hold the way, eh? That's what the last one was for, not holding the way.
As the ball was unplayable, the referee calls the two scrums in again to go down.
He's good there. Leon. Get your shoulder out. Thank you.
Olika Yon, number 3 for London Welsh, from the tight head on this side, decides he wants to go down again.
That's you there.
This is a key scrum for the defending team.
Out, please, gents, both sides. Thank you. Yeah, perfect. Thanks.
Here we go again.
He'll get in there. Let's get a truck in there. Crouch. Touch. Set.
Class and speed. Solid scrum by Bath on this occasion. Here comes the pressure though by London Welsh at the end of it. What a superb piece of defence by London Welsh there. The two fiery scrum halves end up at each other's throats, but that was a tremendous piece of scrummaging by London Welsh. Montanella in particular getting the congratulations. He in turn congratulates the players around him. That was a big effort by London Welsh. Frustration for Claessens again. Hansen takes the Welsh out of their own 22. Well, Bath were in a great position here and looked to have done well, but then came the drive by Montanella on that loose head side. Terrific play by London Welsh.
Your man!
Ball's knocked forward.
Knock on. Time off. Just
Referee wants a
just
word.
come here. All right. Intense game, okay? There's no issue with that. Number 5 is not the ball. There's a lot of chat from both sides, okay? Go and talk to your players, go and talk to your players. Time is off.
Too much chat is the decision by Andrew Small. Asks the two skippers to sort it out for him.
Disagree. Oh, sorry.
Both sides looking for the big breakthrough in this game. London Welsh in the lead by just 3 points, 2 penalties to 1. But Bath beginning the second half as they finished the first half very much in London Welsh territory, but not able to finish things off. This time the penalty goes against the London Welsh scrum. Taking it down. Paulika Ion, the tight head prop, losing his bind, says the referee, and conceding the penalty. So Donald steps up once more. Stephen Donald with the opportunity of bringing Bath level with his second successful penalty shot at goal. It's there. Even Stevens again then. 2 penalties to Bath, to 2 penalties to London Welsh. Stephen Donald against Gavin Henson. It's level again at 6-all. Benjamin looks up and finds the comforting figure of Donald outside him. Gary Gould's men back into this game, but they've been creating the chances to get some tries and go in front, but just haven't been able to finish it.
All in. He's the line.
Full line out this time called by London Welsh. Towards the back, but won by Bath on that occasion, untidily so. So having to tidy it up first of all.
Sorry.
Claessens decides to use Donald on this occasion. He was inside the 22, so no worry about passing it back into the 22 from outside, which would mean that Donald would not have been able to kick for touch. He was able to do quite happily. One of the targets for Neil Briggs, Kirill Kuleman, wearing 5. Sure to be joining up with the Russian team for the November internationals being played in this country. Hudson Tonga as well, the centre for Tonga.
Arrive up!
Denby, good protection, the number 7. Keats gets it away to Henson. Not much shape about that, but it's coming out right via Tangolair to Arscott. Now to Boyce. Bath in the position to put some pressure there.
He's on his feet.
Banahan.
Stay there, 7 blue.
Keats has it. For Purdy. Nice flat ball by the scrum half that time.
One red, don't react.
Very slow though. Henson switches the direction for Jewell, driven back in the tackle by Bath. Henson in the end, little option, but to kick. Does nicely over the head of Kyle Eastman. Henson kicking for position. Taking his side well into Bath territory. Defensive ball at the line for Mears. Dominic Day can't take it cleanly, so it's here for the Welsh again. It's Briggs. Offloads to Montanella. Possession is nice and quick as well for scrum half kicks. London Welsh looking to drive over the ball, getting ever nearer to the try line. This certainly is their best chance to date. They've scored so many of the tries in the Premiership so far this season from this sort of position. Ordered now to use the ball and by the referee. Ion at the back of it. Loses possession though, knocks it on. This time the mistake is on the London Welsh side.
Time off, hit injury for blue.
As Andrew Small again has to call a halt. Paulika Ion just nudging the ball forward. There may have been a little touch on the ball by the boot maybe of Hudson Tonga first of all.
Oh, I disagree. I thought that was a good contest for the ball. 13 men just knocked the ball on.
And yes, the decision in fact it was that Hudson Tonga did knock the ball on, not Paulika Ion. Montanella also sporting some new hair around the top lip.
Wasn't anything in that, I think.
Dominic Day seems so close at the far end of the field to get on the try sheet for the first time in Bath colours.
Time is on. Knock on from red, scrum down blue.
So, Bath having been in this position a few minutes ago, albeit that they had to put in at the 5-metre scrum.
Takes on to no one, I say.
They in defence will have the opportunity to clear the lines here.
Crouch! Touch! Set!
Expect a big scrum from London Welsh here again. They've been penalised though by the referee.
Number 6 on the prop. Number 6.
Goes against the skipper, Jonathan Mills. And Donald with the good clearance kick upfield.
So four back off. Time off, sub.
This time the clock stopped for a replacement.
Number 6 is the 4th player on the prop, okay? I don't know if you're going to make this up. Yeah. Time is off, mate. How many? 5? Time
So,
on, Tony?
Dominic
5
Day,
back.
for one, leaving the field, the lock.
More!
Good take by Dave Atwood at the line out, number
He's
5.
bound! He's bound!
Claessens
Sorry.
puts the kick forward for Eastman to chase. Just too far though. And here's an opportunity for the Welsh to break out. Scott, the former Bath man, on the left wing.
Don't block anyone, 6!
Then unable to keep the momentum going really, the Welsh. They'll go left from here. Must try and keep the ball in hand. Henson, another mistake.
Scrum, line out. Scrum or line out, what do you want?
Given the option
Line out,
of a scrum
thank you.
or the line out.
Line out called.
Deciding to go for the line out ball.
Number 8, get on your own side. Thank you.
Plenty of threat in the run by Henson, but the pass was not really that good.
That's all right.
Looking for someone to come up outside him at pace.
Stay there, red!
It was Arscott.
More!
Atwood takes the ball in the line out beautifully for Bath.
Still moving.
Rolling them all forward now into London Welsh territory. Claessens will follow it up with the kick. Doesn't really get enough distance, but it's challenging. Knocked on by the Welsh. Here's the chance. An advantage for Bath. Can they finally get a try on the board? Taken on by the charging run here. Brilliant tackle though. Claessens gets it away. There are men spare on this side of the field. Banahan abandoning in there as well. Now Claessens. Surely at last Bath will get the try. No, again it's an error. Jewell had the advantage. It's now over after the kick, but it's worked out okay for London Welsh. Stephen Donalds puts the kick forward, but that's a poor one.
That was a good jump.
Tom Arscott inside his 22.
Stay red.
Kept alive by Bath, then no. The flag's up.
Ball is out. Yeah. So you're saying it's kicked out? Yep. Yeah. Fine. Cool.
Ball out of play as it was kicked downfield. That's the decision by Nigel Carrick on this side of the field.
Apparently the ball has crossed the plane. He's then out and he's played it.
Drifted out of play before coming back in again.
The ball has crossed the plane of touch. The Bath player is out. Therefore the ball where it crossed is over there. Okay. No, out from you.
So again, we can have a look at this opportunity here for Bath to finally break through. As ever at the end, it was their handling that let them down. Banahan making the inroads. But then Eastman unable to control the ball under some pressure, and the chance went begging. There was the kick that drifted out first of all.
See what you reckon. Smalley, subspace. Yeah, who you want? Time off. 8 and 10 race. Number 8 red as well, please. 8 red. Time
We've each going to leave the field for London Welsh.
13 blue.
Also, I think Matt Banahan, Daniel Brown coming onto the field in the back row for London Welsh.
Got it right, Greg.
Matt Banahan making a happy return to action after his knee injury.
All in.
But Horacio Gujo, the Argentinian, getting his first taste of action.
It's over the 50.
Gordon Ross on for London Welsh as Biggs comes in on the charge.
That's your man.
Claessens gets it away for Lee Mears. Bit of a possibility here for Bath, surely. They're running out of space a little on that far side. But Claessens is able to keep the ball alive.
Hands away.
London Welsh warned to keep the hands away from the ball. Claessens wants a penalty anyway. The referee's having none of it. Another good position for Bath. Donald with a little kick over the top. That's taken though by Tyson Keats.
You are there. Thank you.
The man from the Hurricanes winning his battle on that occasion with Donald from the Chiefs. So still everything to play for these two teams. Just 2 penalties apiece so far.
Step back, please, you two. You have the line.
That's a dangerous challenge in the line-out on Dave Atwood. Pulled down in the air as he took that ball.
Shot is called.
And not surprisingly, the decision by Bath is to go for goal. pull them in with the challenge, the dangerous one. The number 5 for London Welsh, the guilty party. Spotted by Stuart Terriage as well on the far side. Donald, one success, the only success in the second half so far. Drills the ball between the posts. Bath are in the lead for the first time. Stephen Donald's third penalty makes it 9-6 to Bath. London Welsh now really do need to step up their game. Still opportunities for them. But there's a turner of ball, good possession of ball here for Bath. Claessens with the dive pass gets it away to Donald. Kicking well for the touchline on that occasion. And winning his battle of the boot at the moment with Gavin Henson. 3-2, the penalties.
Front man on you, please. Yeah, that's you there.
Still waiting for the first try of this game. London Welsh need it to look to take a winning position in this match. They need the 4 points desperately. Number 20, Daniel Brown, the replacement for them in the back row. Now taken on by Martin Purdy, former Bath man.
Leave it one red, leave it.
Not much pace in the London Welsh attacks though. And Jewell taking the ball, which I'm sure originally was intended for Gordon Ross. Keats taken on by Brown. Good running.
They went backwards.
Now Cullum in. London Welsh at last getting some phases together. Tyson Keats goes for the gap.
Off feet 2 blue.
John Mills, the captain now then. London Welsh getting ever nearer to that Bath line. They desperately need a try in the attempt to salvage their Premiership future now.
Hold.
Cullum in 5. It's poised to take the ball on with Purdy helping out. Keats goes the other way. Ross changes the direction once more. The referee has to call a halt.
Scrum down.
Gordon Ross brought on to try and put some life into the attack for London Welsh.
3 red sub.
Referee on this occasion getting in the way as Tom Voice is waiting to pounce. So, another change in the front row this time for London Welsh.
Time is on.
Arthur Joly coming on the tight head side to join fellow countryman Frank Montanella in the front row.
Just scrum, please, number 2. There's chap.
Joly against James on this occasion.
Touch. Set.
Going down on this side.
Get the weight off.
Shrill from the blast of the referee's whistle.
This way, lads.
Showing that one of the props there on that side was trapped.
I agree. Need to listen, mate.
This is the new battle on the tight head side. Good central position for London Welsh as Bath look to defend this scrum.
Crouch. Touch. Set.
Again, the scrum going down on this tight head side.
Both went down together. Thanks.
And the decision from this side is that both the scrums went down simultaneously, both the props rather.
7 red and 1 red. Number 1 red and number 7 red sub. 1 and 7.
Montanella and Mike Denby now going to leave the field, number 1 and number 7. So Tom Bristow, 17, who is due to make his full debut in this game, will come on now to replace The Frenchman, Montanella.
Time's on. Bring them up, please. Shoot there.
So a new front row for London Welsh as Greg Bateman joins in the middle as well, the hooker.
Crunch. Touch. Set.
Big scrum as London Welsh look to keep it in the air. But unable to do so. Jonathan Mills thinks they should have had a penalty from it.
You both slipped. I'm not going to give anything there.
Decision by the referee is that both men on this side, Paul James and Arthur Joly, slipped. So they'll go down once again. It's been an outstanding signing, Paul James, for Bath from the Ospreys. Will shortly be lost, of course, to Wales for the autumn internationals.
Crouch. Touch. Set.
A lot at stake in this scrum. And finally, the referee loses patience with Arthur Joly.
You're on the elbow, get off the elbow.
Taking the scrum down, the replacement tight head.
Number 19, back you go.
And Neil Briggs, very much a multi-purpose player, moving now from hooker to the back row, where he performed on so many occasions as well for Sale before moving to Bourgoin in France. Donald eases the pressure on Bath by taking them up towards halfway.
Yeah. 7 man versus 7 man.
Bath calling a 7-man line out this time.
That's a maul!
Towards Atwood in the middle.
That's advantage.
Here's rejoins looking to take it on. They have an advantage from this position, Bath, anyway. Referee calls them back for the penalty.
18 red collapsing the maul, 18 red.
And it was Arthur Joly again who was penalised for collapsing them all. So Donald can send Bath down towards the 22. Two penalties in 2 phases against Arthur Joly then, at the scrum and then at the line out.
Please at the maul, discipline.
Referee calls for discipline. Mears goes towards the back, that's a bad ball, and then Briggs, the converted hooker, with the kick forwards. The challenge on the Bendenon.
Norwich, what do you got? Nothing? Play on. Okay, thanks.
The officials happy with the challenge, though I don't think there were any arms used in the tackle. Arscott opens it up for Boyce. Scott on the other side now then, looking to cut in field. Rarely have London Welsh back shown much of a threat to Bath in this game.
Knock on by blue flag coming through.
Ball was knocked on by Bath. Referee waiting for an advantage to the Welsh. It didn't come. So they get the scrum. Nick Bendenon, that was the challenge on him that was questionable, let's put it that way. Tyson Keats, the scrum half, going in.
Up you come first. Oh, it's behind you there. Oh, let's go. Bring him up, Thank you.
Well, the line-out has been pretty competitive. In the scrums, it's been London Welsh most of the time. Now the new front row on.
Touch. Set. Blue.
This time, the decision by the referee is to go against Bath. As he penalise Arthur Joly, wearing 18. First of all, the decision then is to go against Perenice, the number 3 for Bath turning in.
No, it's here with the infringement. Shot is called.
On the advice, I think, of Stuart Terridge on that side of the field. So it's all resulted in, obviously, a change of kicker for London Welsh. Now Gordon Ross, the man entrusted with the attempt to bring them level. 34 years of age now, the Scottish international. Just falls short. He's always going to have a problem with the distance from that range. Long way out for Gordon Ross. So time is beginning to run out for London Welsh if they're to pick up points from this game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 man, you've got time to set.
Red Bateman is the replacement hooker wearing 16. But the man who started in that role, Neil Briggs, still on the field. Here he is.
This guy's in.
Throwing into the line out as well.
5 man. Thank
Now
you very
operating
much.
as a flank forward. So important for London Welsh to get the ball, but they failed to do so. Now having to turn and put some pressure on the Bath side as they protect the ball. They've done that successfully.
Inside now.
Inside the 22. So Claessens can go for touch quite happily. Happy just to inch his side further and further upfield as they defend this 3-point lead.
Sorry, 4+1.
So again it's Briggs into the line out. Purdy, 4 goes towards the back. Goes to Culliman. Oh, that's poor play though by the Russian. Ball was knocked on then.
Leave the ball.
London Welsh failing to protect that ball, one at the line out. So Claessens has options to kick down the touchline.
No advantage.
Doesn't get an advantage, so the referee calls for the scrum back. And it'll be Bath ball. This is pretty basic as far as London Welsh are concerned. Culliman winning the ball at the line out. But then the delivery in the hands of Jonathan Mills not good enough in that position.
Right, that's you. Line up properly. Thank you. Shoulders, please.
Still waiting as the clock ticks down for the game's first strike. Bath in the lead by 9 points to 6.
There it is.
Referee giving them the opportunity to make use of this ball. Donald.
Stop, Blue 20. Thank you.
Gets the ball away rather, having run into his scrum half. Scott comes away, leading the charge, the former Bath man for London Welsh. Keats to Ross in midfield. Now Hudson Tonga has had few opportunities on his return to the team after injury.
Leave it 5.
Still London Welsh have possession.
6 blue off you get.
Good play by John Mills. Keats gets it away. Brown takes it on. Not great numbers on that far side, but Arscott looks to get it away anyway to Scott. Couldn't take it. Yet another error.
It's a knock on, scrum or line out.
Ball knocked on, but Bath get the option now to go for the scrum or go for the line out. One of the new rules that's come into play. Not much room anyway on that side of the field.
Line out's cool, thank you.
So for the moment anyway, Nick Scott will not remember his first game against his old team.
Right, thank you. 7 man. Stop wasting time.
Bath instructed by the referee not to waste time as they defend this lead. It's all an unholy mess out there. London Welsh at fault. That's the referee's decision.
Free kick only.
It's a free kick.
5 minutes, Andrew.
Thanks, mate.
In the last 5 minutes of play in this game as Donald puts the free kick forward. Taken by Scott.
It's inside the hole there, lads, so the ball goes out.
It's inside the 22.
Or not, thank you.
Chance for Donald to send it back immediately. That's a high testing kick, but it's gone across field. Ross decides not to keep it in hand, but to put the boot in. Hasn't worked out. Bendenon can send it back. Ross this time decides to keep it in hand, brings in Arscott. It's an awfully long way to go, so he puts the boot in as well. Eastman takes, knocks it backwards rather.
It's outside.
Donald with a kick downfield. You can guess that the boot will be behind that one again. And again. On this occasion, that's a good kick for position by Michael Claessens, the former skipper of Bath. Keeping London Welsh inside their own 22.
Inside.
The Exiles trailing by 3 points.
Line out inside.
Down to the last 5 minutes of this game. Gary Gold looking for second victory in 2 games, the Bath coach. Won their first 2 games of the season, then lost the next 2. That's been the shape of their season to date.
No, 7.
They can put some games together, some results together, then who knows what might happen. First of all, they're having to defend their lines.
Tackler release, number 12.
Penalty.
Tackler release.
Goes against Ben Williams, the number 12. So, worrying final moments for both sides. Arscott with the more powerful boot sends it downfield.
Time off.
London Welsh have one more opportunity.
Time is off, yeah. Number 5 red substitution, 5 red.
Adam Brown, former Went man,
Making a sub bar.
comes on. The last replacement coming on for Cullinan. It's definitely the last opportunity in this game for the London Welsh team to get something out of it.
Cotton's Green, 240 replay.
Taken by Purdy. London Welsh get the penalty.
Right in the air.
Oh, chance for the draw.
Right in the air.
Tyson Keats throws it out immediately to Gordon Ross. This time the penalty decision goes against the Bath forwards for collapsing them all, pulling down the man in the line-out. Gordon Ross with a very important kick indeed at goal. Tyson Keats knows the importance of it.
Give 2 minutes, Andrew.
This time in discipline by the Bath side, going in on Purdy. Gordon Ross, second attempt at the posts. That's better. The flags go up. The sides are level again at 9 points all. And there's still some time on the clock. Time off called. How important will this kick prove to be, I wonder, for London Welsh as they battle to stay in the Premiership? Well, I'm sure Bath will feel they should have won this game. They've had the opportunities, but have failed to finish them off. London Welsh, as ever, have defended heroically from Tom Arscott forward. But it's a frustrating day all round.
Nothing silly.
Still time for the scrum.
Shoulder.
Joly, the replacement on this side, wants the Bath prop to come nearer to him. Paul James.
Set.
Parsons fumbles the ball first of all, gets it back in a hurry and feeds, but the front rows go down again. Well, I would have thought that London Welsh would be the happier of the two sides with this draw.
Get your bind up, please, both sides. Touch.
One more opportunity for Bath to get all 4 points.
Use it.
Parsons into midfield, the long pass, the interception. Oh, now then, great drama. It's Scott for the second time this season with the interception. And at the death, he's going to win it for London Welsh. Incredible. What a day for Nick Scott then against his old club. Second try of the season for the left winger. The first one came against Exeter in similar fashion when he ran the length of the field. What an interception. The pass maybe by Donald was a little telegraph, but brilliantly done by Scott. No one is going to lay a hand on him. The London Welsh winger has claimed the try at last, but surely will mean everything for the Exiles. Gordon Ross with the conversion. 7 points at the death. London Welsh get out of jail in no uncertain terms. Seconds ago, looking to be happy to hang on for a draw at 9-all. They suddenly break away to get the interception try. It's victory for the London Welsh team over Bath by 16 points to 9.